I want to talk about the consequences of smoking marijuana. And there's lots of statements about marijuana and the effects that marijuana causes. I want to apply these allegations on two famous YouTubers, Mark the Flying Guy and Kyle Pounds, because they're both habitual smokers. Kyle Pounds, I would like to say that he's a textbook example of how a marijuana user behaves. So I want to start with Mark. I'm going to roast him first, and you know, he is a fellow that is very dedicated to his drug. It's like a religion for him, so he's constantly defending his religion, the marijuana. And he says that marijuana, you know, it's not hazardous, it's not bad for your health, it's not worse than drinking alcohol. And that's his argumentation. You know, marijuana is not as bad as something else. It's bad, but there's something else that is worse. So, you know, one silly argument that Mark told his viewers about was that you know, marijuana smoking is not more hazardous for you than living in a big city with the exhaust fumes from the cars. It's like a countryside guy, stoner, he will have, you know, his lungs are not worse than the lungs of a guy who's a non-smoker living in the big city. With the cars and the traffic, like, but you know, that's you can't compare like that. You have to compare a smoker and a non-smoker. Both live on the countryside. Whose lungs are the best? Or smoker, non-smoker in Los Angeles, who has the best lungs? You know, it's obvious. So he's constantly defending his drug, but in a sort of a silly way, with bad arguments. So that's his argumentation, and he says that, you know, it's not worse than drinking alcohol, but there's a difference that you know, if I drink alcohol, if I drank the last day, yesterday, I drank a glass of wine. Okay, I was intoxicated by the alcohol yesterday, but today I'm sober. So if you smoke marijuana, the intoxication goes on for weeks, because these the marijuana, I mean the substances are in your body, they stay in your body for weeks, but alcohol quickly leaves your body. And he also says that I'm quite healthy, I'm a healthy guy, I am rarely sick, and I only cough when I smoke. So it's not bad for your health, but listen, if you cough, it's like a cough is a sudden occurring reflex. It's supposed to be clearing the breathing passage from irritants and pollution, you know. And if you cough, that means that your lungs, they don't want that the fumes, the smoke. They are reacting towards the smoke, so there is a reason for you to cough. It's not bad. It's not good for you. So it's obvious that coughing means something bad is coming into your lungs, and your body wants to get rid of it. And you can develop airway diseases, you know, and lung cancer. So it's bad even if you use the vaporizer. This is pollution that gets into your lungs. So I think he's coughing in the morning too when he's not smoking, but he does not tell his audience that. You know, and there's a bunch of other reasons that you shouldn't smoke marijuana, because you know, it's not that you get intoxicated and you feel this rush. That's one thing. And Mark, he's like a habitual smoker, so for him, in the beginning, he probably did experience this rush, this ecstasy But when he continued to smoke and he became a habitual smoker, he has very high tolerance, so he needed lots of marijuana to experience something, to get something out of it. And he actually today he needs marijuana to feel normal. I mean, if he does not smoke, it means he gets anxious, he becomes anxious and depressed. So the marijuana is his lifeline to life. It's like he is impaired. He's like a handicap for him. It's like a guy sitting in a wheelchair. He needs his wheelchair to move around, you know. And Mark, he needs the marijuana, the weed to get around, to move mentally, you know, because he can't live a normal life without the marijuana because he's so addicted to it. Still, I wouldn't call Mark a typical marijuana user. It's not like the typical stoner because he dresses properly, he shaves, you know, he cuts his hair, he's not giggling all the time, he does not forget what he's supposed to say. He appears to be quite intelligent, you know. So, but it really, marijuana affects people depending on their personality. So, but I think still he's quite passive, and he is not that. He does not look like an emotional guy, and I think that's due to the marijuana, because the marijuana affects his personality, alters his personality, his mind. But Kyle Pounds is a kind of different type of character. He's a different type of guy. But he's not like advocating marijuana all the time. He talks about his subjects that he likes, like history and other things. But I can see that he is really impaired by marijuana to the extent that he appears to be a little bit out of focus. He forgets what he's supposed to say. That's because the short-term memory is lessened. You know, it's impaired, and the ability to think logically is really impaired by marijuana. So from the beginning, this was not a stupid guy, but you know, with the marijuana, he became dumber. So it's just that's the way it is. He's yawning, he's tired all the time, and he's not, as I said, long-term plans, you know, planning your life is not interesting for him. He talks a lot, but he postpones his plans. He has no curiosity about life anymore. He experiences sort of contentment being, you know, in the situation that he is, living like like a homeless person. His mom kicked him out. He lives at his friend's house. So, and he does not care about that. It seems like he's content with his situation, and I think that's strange. I think one reason is that he is a stoner. So, because stoners, they don't care. They are blunted. You know, no emotional life, no pity, no like, they don't care. It's like, so what? I know I'm homeless, so what? That's a typical stoner behavior. So, you know, you don't care about other people, you don't care about yourself, your friends, your mom, having a family, things of that nature. He's a typical stoner mentality. But he's a nice guy anyway. The way he behaves, I think lots of things has to do with his smoking. He actually told his viewers that he has asthma, he has airway disease because he smoked weed. I don't know if he smoked the joints or through the vaporizer. Still, it's dangerous for airways, you know, because you cough is a reaction from your lungs that it's not okay to inhale the smoke. So I see these two people, they are warning signs they can to other people because the way they behave. But both guys, they are YouTubers, and I like to observe them, see what's going to happen to them, and if they're going to quit or continue with their being stoners.